This video will guide PCC instructors on how to record Student Learning Outcome or SLO assessment scores through their course's Canvas shell. Please note that even if you do not use Canvas for your course, this is where you're going to enter your SLO assessment scores. Your students will not be aware that there's a Canvas shell attached to the course as long as you leave the course unpublished. Here's an overview of this video. First, I'm going to show you how to access Canvas if you're not sure how to do that. Then we'll look at how to find and view the SLO rubrics for your course, how to enter student scores, and then where to go for various kinds of assistance. Starting with accessing Canvas. Go to the PCC homepage, and from the top menu select Login, and then select Canvas from the drop-down menu. You will then need to log in with your PCC credentials. Notice that your username only has to be the first part before the @pasadena.edu in your email address, and then you'll enter your password. This will bring you to your overall Canvas homepage. You are then going to need to select the relevant course. From the left-hand menu, select Courses. In some cases, you might see published courses from the past, but if you're accessing your Canvas course for the first time, it will be down at the bottom under Unpublished Courses, finding and viewing the SLO rubric for your course. Once you're in your course's homepage, you're going to be using the second menu from the left with the blue words. Select Assignments. Here you will find an assignment under Imported Assignments. This is the SLO rubric. The convention for naming it is the course name, the course number, and then the words SLO rubric. Please note that even though the rubric is listed as an assignment here in Canvas, it has been set up for you so that it does not contribute to student grades. The gray circle/icon on the right-hand side of the assignment means that this assignment is not published. As long as it's left unpublished, students will not be able to see the assignment. However, when you're ready to enter the student scores, you will need to publish this. And one way to do that is to click on that icon and turn it into a green circle with a check mark. At this point, the assignment is visible. Once you've entered the student scores, which I'll show you in a little bit, you can unpublish it again to keep it from the students. This way they won't become confused thinking it's an assignment that they might need to complete. Your recorded scores will be saved even after you unpublish it. So let's take a look at the assignment itself. Click on the name and it will bring you to this page. The very top has a note that indicates that this is not going to count towards the final grade. It will not change the total points available in your course. Below this is a note from the Learning Assessment team that briefly explains the rubric. Please note that your course coordinator will provide you with the details of the assessment for your course. You can see at the bottom that this assignment is worth 0 points and the students will submit nothing. If you scroll a little bit lower on this page, you will see the actual rubric. The rubric contains all of the SLOs for your course. However, you only need to assess the recommended SLO or SLOs for the term or those that are agreed upon by your department. Be sure to check with the course coordinator to get the details of the actual assessment. Let's say, for example, you're going to do just SLO 1 for this term. Well, you're going to give the assessment in class, you're going to record the scores somewhere, and then you're going to come in here and you're going to give a rating of 1, 2, 3, or 4 to each student. How to enter the student scores. Once you've performed the assessment and you're ready to enter the student scores, you need to make this assignment published. A second way to publish this assignment is to click on this button here with that same gray /icon, and it turns green and becomes published. You'll also notice that now that it's published, there's something over here to the right called SpeedGrader. So you should go ahead and click on SpeedGrader. This takes you to the SpeedGrader in Canvas. You'll see the students' names in the upper right and the rubric in a window on the right-hand side. The first thing you're going to do is click on the View Rubric button to open the rubric and make it gradable. And because the rubric is rather large and the window here is rather small, you're going to want to grab this gray bar and drag it to the left and expand the window so that you can see the entire rubric. Once you do that, it'll look like this. Now let's say I am doing just SLO 1, which is this top row, and this particular student received a 4. So this rubric is interactive and clickable. When I hover my mouse over each score, it's going to highlight it in green. So I make my selection, I click the appropriate box, and then the number will pop in the box to the right. And that's it. The only thing left to do is to hit save. You can leave all the rest of the rubric blank if you didn't collect any assessment data for these parts. Once you return to the gradebook view, you might see something like this. There's a grade out of 0 box and it's blank. Please leave that box blank. If you enter anything in here, it will award the students those points and it could impact their grade. So once you've completed what I showed you on the previous screen, that really is all you have to do. You can then use this arrow to advance to the next student. If there's a student that did not take the assessment, for example, maybe they were absent, don't enter anything at all. Don't enter zeros, just skip them. When you're done, you simply exit the SpeedGrader and make sure that you unpublish the assignment again so students don't see it and become confused. One important note, if you happen to look at your gradebook while the SLO rubric is still published, you're going to see the column heading that looks like this. The word manual in this case means that by default, any grade information for the assignment will not be shared with the students. So this is just to reassure you that the students are not going to see the scores that show up. Finally, where can you go for assistance? Well, if you have any technical issues, such as the rubric is not where I just showed you it would be, or it's not the correct rubric, please go ahead and contact PCC Online from your pasadena.edu email account and provide information about the course so that they can help you. On the other hand, if you have questions about the assessment, please contact the SLO assessment coordinators. And our contact information can be found at PCC's SLO assessment website. Now, just in case you're not sure where that is, you go to the Pasadena City College homepage and you click on Faculty and Staff. On that page, you drop down to where it says for faculty, and there's a link to the SLO assessment homepage. Thank you.